Hey, whatever works. Are we live? Yes, I guess we are.
Here we go again.
It's cooking. All right. Matt. Hey, Steve. How's it going?
Good to see you again.
All right. We got day 6. All right. Let's see what we got here for day 6. Once again, Will maybe he's going to join with some audio only. I don't know. I guess he'll let himself in if he wants to get in, I guess. He's got the power.
Hey, Ashley.
So, hello, Ashley. How's it going? All right. Let's see what we...
Will was going to join in?
Maybe. I don't know. Well, he's always got no camera on, just his audio.
Interesting.
So, like I said, if he's going to join, I'm sure he'll click his own button.
He certainly knows how to get in. And hello, John.
Exactly. Hey, Andrew. Hey, John. How's it going?
And Spencer.
Yeah. Just to get a concept of how these are going to work, hey, Spencer, is the first few minutes are always going to be about whatever's in the advent calendar. So if you just want to watch just the first, 5-10 minutes, it's all it's going to be. The rest of this will be us screwing around.
Pretty much.
And it's going to be, it could be 20 minutes, it could be 3 hours. You just never know. It's just a crapshoot.
Yeah,
Today,
if that really happened that way, I could do 3 hours. Again, assuming it's not going to get you killed.
Yes.
It won't
be 3. Yeah, it won't be 3 hours today because, like, I got laundry and other fun stuff to do. So.
I get it.
And get ready for tomorrow. So I got to pull. My gosh, I think I have to pull like 20 bottles for tomorrow. So
okay,
fun times there. It's called looking for them. I think I know where most of them are. The harder part is which box. I know room they're in. Does that help?
No.
No, not really.
Okay, now, having said that, we need to focus on our Advent calendar for the day.
Tons of caramel and vanilla.
Yeah. This is definitely striking me as bourbon.
Yeah, this has got to be bourbon. Has to be.
I mean, I suppose, without going back and looking at the list, I suppose some generic American whiskey, not malt. Yes. But, some combination of wheat, rye, barley, corn. Certainly not very high on the rye.
No.
I'm catching a little bit of that in the background, but nothing.
Nothing crazy, yeah. Well, yeah, it's mostly just a little bit of oak in there, too. A little bit of really just that wet wood, like in the forest. Okay, cinnamon, red hots. All right, see what it tastes like.
I suppose I could get dressed up as Santa sometime.
There you go.
Beard's a little bit red on the one side, though. I'm sure that's just a matter of time.
Yeah, I'm sure at some point it'll do it. It's at whiskey hand. There you go.
Oh,
that's pretty funny. Definitely bourbon.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Tastes exactly like the nose. A lot more cinnamon though in the flavor.
Quite a bit more. We made the mistake of both going for a sip at the same time, and nobody left.
It's all good. A little bit. Yeah. Now you pick up more rye now than you did before on the nose. More black pepper too.
I'm catching a bit more of that kind of lingering on the finish. And definitely a lingering finish though too.
Yeah, definitely a nice finish.
This one's not going away quickly.
This is a tremendous amount of cinnamon, tremendous black pepper on the finish. Like to the fronts were all same thing, the caramel, oak, vanilla, the basic bourbon, but I don't know, it's good.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not gonna blow your mind. I mean, it's pretty basic, but I'm sure it's just a.
It's a really nice bourbon.
It's a really nice.
Is what this strikes me.
Based on our list, it's some kind of pick. Is my guess.
I think
I'm getting standard products on there that were bourbons that
are moderately high ABV, and it has to have had some decent amount of time in the wood to get that much oak and the finish going as long as it does.
And that's where I say, what's up there? Okay. I'm thinking like 6 years old, maybe something like that. I guess
more. Maybe not too. I mean, that color
That's
isn't all that dark, though.
Yeah. No, it's not. You just never know.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's Kentucky, though. It's got to be.
most.
I mean, granted, you have a 95% chance if you say Kentucky, you're being right anyway.
Yep.
It doesn't really matter. You're wrong.
Yeah, yes, Eric's right. Very bourbony with a hint of bourbon on the finish.
Yeah, pretty much. Exactly. It's good. I think it's 90s would be my guess proof. It's not super hot. All right, let's see what this thing is. Let's go to
not hot at all.
Let's see here. What's the reveal?
The reveal is Buffalo Trace store pick.
Well then I guess we were about right. Perfect.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I'm not getting. Normally, I get a little bit more cherry off of Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, and I don't really get a whole lot of that on. Where's this from? It says ABC Liquor. I don't know where that is, but that's where it's from.
Know. But so that gives you what, the 92 proof?
Something like that.
92 for
90. It's 90. Yeah. Yeah, so same proof as regular Buffalo Trace then. Just a store pick of it. No, it's good. I think it's better because I think it was regular Buffalo Trace. I think we'd be able to tell. Maybe I should have picked up Buffalo Trace, but it doesn't last as long on the finish, which kind of hinted store pick based on the finish being longer. That's what I generally find with store picks. They usually just have more flavors going on in general. So, yes.
Yeah, it seems that the Buffalo Trace picks especially, you get that, where the regular everyday stuff is just right, kind of that basic stuff that, it's their everyday, the everyday version, and you get just a slight edge on finish or flavor from a store pick. So yeah,
and then sometimes you get them and they go 90 degrees the other direction if you get lucky.
Have not had one of those yet. Only
have a few that are like, how is this the same product? Which is in a good way though. It's like they should make this instead all the time.
You wonder at times.
It does, like, and a lot of it's just because the bourbon, the barrel did something weird.
I'm sure. And what called today's pour from the get-go, drinking it earlier. Nicely done, Spencer.
Good job.
It's been too long since I've had just regular plain old Buffalo Trace, so hard to. I didn't have the recent memory of exactly what it tasted like.
It's been a while. I've got some down there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't drink it real often. I've got several bottles in reality, but most of them are picks.
Mm-hmm.
But this one's good though. It's a good pick.
I've got a regular and a pick open. Both, but even there, the pick is a lot closer to the regular.
Mm-hmm.
Bacon's the background all around us on the screen there, Eric.
Yes, yeah. Will only brings bacon on Mondays, and today's not Monday, so there's no bacon today. That's probably good for my heart not to have bacon every day, so it's for the best.
Yeah, I think the doctor's probably pretty okay with not having bacon every day.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident then.
Oh, you're absolutely right, Spencer. We should have had Ed on the stream today.
Ed can come on. He's around. I don't know if he's around.
Well, have you been watching his?
I haven't had time. I've been really busy.
So far, it's Erica is getting back at him for the Malert stream a month ago.
Ooh.
Yeah. So day 1 was Buffalo Trace. Day 2 was Buffalo Trace.
So every day is Buffalo Trace?
No, not quite. Day 3 was Buffalo Trace. Day 4 was man. I haven't seen today's yet. So yeah, day 4 was soy milk.
Ew! Oh, that's
and a Buffalo Trace bottle. Yesterday was a boiler, or was today the Boilermaker? Day 4 was soy milk. And then soy milk got followed up by, I think yesterday was the Boilermaker, where he had to figure out what today was the Boilermaker. What was yesterday? Yeah, so it was a PBR Boilermaker that was fairly whiskey heavy, and it was Patty's and Buffalo Trace.
Okay. Joy. What a wonderful time.
Yeah, so she's She's prolonging his agony.
Can't wait till he drink pickled herring juice again. Because that was disgusting.
That was incredibly disgusting.
Hey, especially when you're on the stream with him for it and he almost vomits. That was awesome.
I think I was glad I wasn't. I vaguely remember watching part of that stream, but I'm glad I wasn't part of that one.
No, that was like 18 months ago. This was like when we first started in the thing. And it's like, hey, you want to come on? We can ask random questions and see if was it him and his dad, I guess, and they were answering questions, and Ed lost, and so he had to drink that disgusting pickled herring juice.
Okay, yeah.
And he, it was horrifying. But yeah, ooh.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yesterday was nice and peaty and really light, and the bottle was Buffalo Trace.
Oh jeez, that's funny. Oh, Donner passes at Krigelsky 17. That is the hardest one to find. I don't know why. Yes, but Eric, there's bacon and fucking cats. That's true. It happens. Hey, Dustin, how's it going? It sounds good. Yes, peated Buffalo Trace would be an actually interesting concept. We actually added some peat to it. I don't know. Willing to try. Oh, that's nice, Eric. All from SWS. Very nice. Hey, Charles, how's it going?
I don't remember who said that, Eric. Was that Sunday Evening Scotch?
God, man.
I know somebody sent him a care package that was
nice.
That's a whiskey advent calendar with a lot of, for sure, everything's been SMWS so far. I don't know if the entire collection is.
Yeah, that's pretty great, though. You have Ardbeg 10 MBT, but no, not a good choice, Tom, huh? You don't think it would be fun to do? Ooh, Clam Chowder IPA. Oh, that does sound awful.
And with Clam Chowder IPA, he literally means clam chowder
with IPA.
In IPA.
Oh,
yeah,
gross.
Oh, it was George and Amy. That it was okay.
Yeah, I'm not drinking that. I already hate clam chowder anyway. There's no way.
I'm okay with the good clam chowder. I don't like IPAs, and to the degree that I like either of them, they do not belong in the same.
Yeah, IPAs are not my favorite either.
A bowl of clam chowder and a glass of IPA potentially, maybe. I'm not mixing the two of them to drink them intentionally at the same time. Just no.
Yes, this sounds awful. Please, God, no. Yes, nightmares about it. Everyone would have nightmares about that.
Mm-hmm.
This just sounds like I want to vomit. Like it really does. It sounds horrible. I'm not about to drink that crap. Oh God, I can't. It just sounds awful. Like there can't be much more awful things than that. There's some bad combinations. That's just already a bad texture. And then IPAs, which I'm also not a big fan of.
Yeah,
it sounds awful. Put some crackers in it. Oh, that'll make it better.
Yeah, I like a double or triple IPA, imperial IPA, that kind of stuff. Regular IPA just isn't my thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Just only the ones I like are the citrusy ones. But if they're like really hoppy, not for me.
No, and I agree, Ed. Not Ed. I agree, Floydian. That is a chunk of Ed's shtick.
Yes, there's no doubt about it.
Puke on the stream.
Absolutely. Ooh, clam chowder and buttery Chardonnay, Eric. No, that also sounds horrible. Not together, at least.
Well, if you're talking clam chowder and a Chardonnay,
that's different.
Maybe.
Yeah, not
a Chardonnay guy, but okay, maybe.
Yeah, Chardonnay can be okay, but it's not my favorite.
It just hasn't ever worked for me, and well, I drink whiskey now, so I don't care.
Exactly. Chardonnay, for the most part, is like little old white lady wine. I'm like, I'm just not a fan.
Yep.
Like, it's funny. I remember like when my grandparents would have events, like all these old little white ladies come out there, and they're like, yeah, Chardonnay. I'm like, who the hell drinks this crap? Now I know they drink this crap, but everybody else that's like under 70 is like, I ain't drinking that.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty funny.
Well, Eric likes it apparently.
Well, that's fine, but he's also a wine sommelier, so which makes sense.
That makes a difference.
But also, people like it. I'm just not a big fan.
Yep.
Open an old malt cask, Glengoyne 21 to refill bourbon hogshead cask. Ooh, that sounds awesome. Try a Sheriff's without the sherry to get most spirit. That sounds really good, Donner Pass. I think we should. It sounds great. Glengoyne's really good to begin with, but cask strength and only bourbon. Interesting. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Never had one of those.
I've got a couple of bottles of Glengoyne over there. I think a cask strength is one of them.
Oh yeah, those are good.
But it's a regular one, so it's going to have at least some degree of sherry with it.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, Travis.
Yeah, those are always good choices for sure. Does Travis? Oh yeah, does Travis have his calendar yet? Or is he? I don't know. Good question. I don't know. Oh, he might have said Ben was holding it. Hey, Travis, how's it going? Not really makes any difference at this point. But hey, he's got it. So let's see. What else are we going to get to? So I think I'm pretty much good with that and save the rest of that for another time. Hey, I wonder if this is... So this is ready to go now. This barrel bourbon New Year's.
It had 24 hours at room temperature to...
Yeah, I think we should. Let's see what this thing tastes like.
Yep.
Getting her label tonight. Perfect.
Uh-huh.
Well, hopefully your delivery service from USPS is better than ours. Because it's not great. I know that Ashley hadn't gotten hers. I don't think John has either.
See you, Eric. Thanks for stopping in.
Hi, Eric. Appreciate it. All right. Let's see how this is. Is this any good or not? It smells good. What's the proof on this? It is 113.9. Bottle number 2,550. Limited edition. What's coming into it this year? So we got distilled in Kentucky, Tennessee, Indiana, New York, Texas, Wyoming, Colorado. Alrighty then. So there's a lot of stuff in here. That sounds interesting. So I guess we'll see.
How many different states was that?
Was it like 8?
I lost track.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different states.
Wow.
So that should be very interesting to see.
You're starting to get to the point there where it's hard for a blend to really be noteworthy once you get that many different components in it. Unless you're really careful. Not to say it can't be done, but
that's got all sorts of crap going on.
Well, okay, then they did a good job with it, is the short version.
It's like I don't know what stories in this, obviously, but I guess I probably could ask and see what I can find out from them. That's going all over the place. Oh my gosh, it's crazy flavor in there. So we'll do a full review on it and give you what the hell we think of it, but it's good.
Cool.
Very interesting. That's wow. I'm shocked at how many different directions this thing's going. It means they did a good job.
Yeah. No, and again, you have to be careful trying to put that many things together. Excuse me. But it sounds like they pulled it off. So.
Oh, drinking mead. Mead's always good.
Nothing wrong with mead.
Did you make the mead, Travis, or did you buy the mead? That's the real question.
And if you bought the mead, what is it?
Also a good question, because there's a lot of really good mead out there. Yes, child. 7.
7?
Yes.
9 o'clock.
Yeah, well, it's 7. It's 7:03. Go fix your clock. All right. It's a very important question.
Well,
it is important what time it is, obviously.
Sometimes these details need to be dealt with.
Absolutely. That did not sound good.
Mm-mm.
Are we going to explain what that was or nothing? It was not a tissue box. I assure you of that. Lie.
Look at mine.
Okay. Stop.
The tissue box.
Fine, it's the hard plastic cover. That's not a tissue box. That's a tissue box cover.
Not too bad.
All right, whatever.
Moving on.
Anyway.
Moving on.
Huh. I've not had the spirit of however pronounce either of those words. Heaven? Alcade? I don't know. Never had it. What is that from?
A sample, and he said it tasted like chaos. Wow.
That's Sweden where that comes from?
Mead. Wild Cloak. Okay, I could see that.
Oh, sounds good. Have not had that one. Sounds interesting. Always want to try new things. That's for sure. But I'm pretty sure that's Sweden where that comes from. Yes, I was right. Sweden.
Good call.
Yeah, it's kind of like Travis only got me a sample of that McNamara that he brought. Oh my gosh, that stuff was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever one he gave me, they're around here somewhere. I don't know. There's lots of samples everywhere. All I know is it was really good.
I still had a bunch of samples from Travis that I need to go through too.
There's like, I think from Travis alone, I must have like, I don't know, 30, 40 samples. It's a lot. It's fantastic. And I appreciate it.
I want to.
Yeah, I don't know. They're around here.
I think I've still got 9 left in the box that I haven't gotten to yet.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I wish a lot of that really good Cedar Ridge he brings, usually when he comes down, that a lot of that was available more than just the 3 regular ones. I mean, that Quintessential, that stuff was awesome.
Quintessential is very good.
Yeah, I really wish that we could get more of that stuff down here, but I'm sure they don't make enough to do it. So
I can't remember if I think the Quintessential was available at stores locally there, but I don't know if it was local only or distillery only.
I don't know. I'm sure Travis would know that.
Travis definitely knows because we had this discussion when I was down there in August and got a bottle.
No, well, good reason then. Good reason. All right. So what else we got here? What else can we drink tonight? Rare Bead Rye? Because why not?
Why not?
Dude, at least this actually belonged on Whiskey Advent Calendar, unlike some of the other things on there.
Oh? What do you mean?
Well, like, the winner was that Larceny.
The whiskey. Oh, no, the
Whiskey Advocate top 20 for the year.
Said Advent Calendar.
No. Whiskey Advocate.
Whiskey Advocate list.
Oh, isn't that great? Isn't it lovely, Donner Pass? But they go hoarding the damn toilet paper again. It's so awesome. So excited.
Wow.
Same crap happened here. Like, there's none. Like, you can't find it. Like, we went to Sam's, maybe a week or two ago. Completely gone. No paper towels, no toilet paper. It's awesome.
Quintessential is everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, really? Huh.
Interesting.
I did not know that.
One.
Which? Oh, you've got one. Nice.
When I said that I was down there and picked up a bottle from the distillery itself.
Yes, so it's just nice. On the list of places, definitely go to Cedar Rapids. So, plus you said there's lots of beer and there's lots of Czech things to do, so I'm all in for that. Sounds like a week trip for me. That'll be fun. Ashley, have you had the Rare Breed Rye before, or is that nothing you've had? I do love this one. They did a really, really good job with this one.
They did a great job with that. There's the one thing of that I wish they would expand to the bourbon, and that's the non-chill filter.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, that's exactly what they should have. So actually, I think some of you guys know I was at a winery earlier today. That's a pickup party, and so I tried some. It's a Sangiovese, but it was a non-chill filtered Sangiovese that they made that was really good. So, but they gave us a bottle for Christmas, which was really awesome of them to do for being a longtime member. So that was cool. Yeah. I didn't know they did that in wine, so I was excited to have that. She's like, "You'll know what this means." It's like, "You're right, I do." National Czech Museum is there. Awesome. Yes, it is very, very good. Yeah, for whatever reason, it's supposed to be a regular product too, that Rare Breed Rye, and it like disappeared. Like it came whenever it came, and then it was gone.
Well, that was one of those things where it came in and people were waiting for it.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, it was the same thing with Old Forester with the 1910 when that first came out. True. They made a fairly limited amount of it. It was intended to be a standard part of the lineup. They just massively underestimated the demand.
Yeah.
And that's not something that you can turn around and rapidly. No. You got to have at least another 6 months, literally an extra 6 months for that second aging. So
I love Donner Pass's comment. This is hysterical. This is very cool. You're doing avocado lab. Thanks. What the hell else do we have to do?
Well,
something.
That's why I hopped in the last couple of nights.
Yeah, like I said, whoever wants to hop in is welcome to hang out. It's whoever. I'm sure more will get their calendars, more people will join in. So that'll be good.
Okay. That's what my last 2 notifications were.
What's that?
It's Bourbon Night because
that's right. They're live right now. This is
and
true.
This.
Oh, okay, and this, yes. Yeah, I know they're doing their top 25 or something, whatever for their best for the year, something like that.
Their daily December videos.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever works.
It does their own thing. That's all good.
Absolutely. I was like, there's no way in hell we're editing 25 videos. That's stupid. It's too much work.
Nope.
You have to start it so far in advance. No pass.
Yeah, I have no idea how long ago they started filming.
Oh, it had to be probably like a month ago at least.
I don't know. I mean, on the flip side, I think that's literally what the kind of work that Chad does.
Oh, it is.
So he's really good and really proficient at getting it done well and quickly.
This is true. But
still, I don't think at best, they did a batch of them a week or so ago and they're sending them all out.
Yeah, I'm thinking not.
But hey, Brent, I have no idea how they're filming that. Hey, one off cause.
Yep, I don't know. It's a good question. Oh, what else is around me? That's the real question. Yeah, I don't know. Sounds good. Why not this one?
Back to our discussion from last night. This one has that same tiny little American single malt funk.
Interesting.
But mellowed off a little bit.
All right.
But it's still grab, in fact, I think it was talking about this one that got Travis and I thinking about the proof point being the trick. So what was that you just poured?
All right. So this is actually a funny one. Buddy gave this. It's a Mcqueen's 15-year blended Scotch.
Okay.
And shockingly, it's actually good. It is 40%. I think it's a total wine brand. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's where he got it at.
I don't remember if McQueen's their special brands or not.
I don't know. I've never seen it anywhere else, but doesn't mean it's not the case.
Right.
I mean, of course, then again, they put weird things on Spirit Direct that are like major brands. I'm like, how is that Spirit Direct?
I mean, every now and then you see, at times I've seen Macallan on their Spirit Direct stuff. It's like, okay. I think all that just means is that they got some sort of deal with the distributor.
Right, which I'm okay with. It means they have 10% off days.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, because I know like it was a few years ago. That's when King Alexander III for Dalmore was on their Spirits Direct, so you could get on the 10% off sale. Okay. It was already on sale, and they gave you another 10% off. I'm like, sweet.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good deal on that one. I still really like that one a lot. And I don't care if people don't like it. I like it. I think it's delicious.
I don't think I've had the King Alexander.
It's 6 different cast finishings.
Oh yeah, I know. The 12 and 15 are like whatever. The Portwood, from what I've heard, is a little bit and I think I actually had a sample of the Portwood, and it was definitely better. I haven't had the King Alexander, so I don't know.
It's superior. It's probably superior to just about the master sort of things they make, except for probably some of the crazy high-end stuff I've never had. Mm-hmm. Like they're, 30, 40, and 50, which I'm sure I'll never have unless someone wants to donate one. Or give me some at sample or whatever. Or the brand wants to send one, but I don't think that's the case. Shackleton's always a good. I do like Shackleton. That's a good blended malt. Cool, fun story on that one. Kind of bought around here somewhere. I don't know where it is. But the other one that's cool is that their special is, and it came in that, it's like straw. The bag around it or box or whatever you want to call it. It was really interesting looking. I know the Vault reviewed it a couple years ago.
Oh, the Shackleton?
Yeah, the special edition one.
Yeah, something seems like something Richard. What's that, Charles?
Oh, Sam's got the one with the straw. Cool.
Very nice.
Yep. Never tried it. Just saw it in there. I don't even know if it's left in the bottle. It's probably gone by now. Who knows? It's whatever. It sounds cool. Cool conceptually, though. So,
Hey, Hey,
It worked.
Donald Rance.
Hello, Donald. How's it going?
Question on.
Oh, it was about the Bartone.
Yeah.
The old batch and the new batches of it. It was DJ 1-1.
Oh, okay. I don't see him in there.
Yeah, I don't see him in here tonight. But yeah, if he's around, Donald can answer that question. That'd be awesome. And on your opinion on the old batch versus new batches of the Bartone, which one's better? Or if they're exactly the same. Loads of cask finishing. Okay.
On.
Not.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's what we're. Yeah, no, he is definitely an advocate of blending the right casks of stuff together.
For sure. He's the master blender.
I honestly think if you could get Dalmore 12 at 43 to 46%, not filtered, it would be phenomenal.
I agree. It would be so.
I'll even grant them the coloring because I honestly don't think that, yes, if you put enough caramel coloring into a whiskey, you can start to get a little bit of a funky, bitter caramel note out.
Right.
But when you literally have 1 to 2 drops, 1 drop worth in a 750 milliliter bottle, you're not tasting that.
No.
When they're using E150 for batch consistency in very small amounts, just to keep that color consistent. Okay. Yeah. I don't like it, but whatever. I'm gonna move on. That's not the one that I'm gonna worry about. When it's as heavily colored as Dalmore 12 has to be for what the flavor is. I mean, I know what natural color sherry finishing tastes like, and to get that dark, there ain't no way that's all that sherry finishing. So
I was unaware that Gosling's had E150 in it.
Gosling's Black Seal. Oh,
I do have it. But yes, it's like black, legitimately black.
Yeah, I don't. The Gosling. Well, I don't know about the Black Seal. I have to look. I do use the Gosling's dark rum, but I never drink it straight. It's always going into a darkened storm. Mm-hmm. So it's going in with ginger beer,
right?
And some lime. So
yeah, so it makes no difference then. Exactly. Drink the 151. That problem is solved.
Exactly. I'll take your word for it, Sam. I have no reason to dispute you.
Yeah, I'm sure it's true. I just, it's Gotham Drum. It costs like $20 and it's whatever. It's, it's not my go-to rum. Let's put it that way. I have them and it's fine. But I'd rather drink the whiskeys that brand carries instead.
I will say that Gosling's is my go-to rum to make dark and stormies with.
Yeah, perfect.
Kalila 8, Old Particular Kalila 8 cask strength. Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Yeah, that sounds really good. In a mini barrel, there's PX share for 58 days. I bet that's awesome. Yes, please.
I need to empty out my mini barrel that's had sherry and Madeira sitting in there for months at this point. I mean, to the point that I every now and then I have to come in and clean up the outside of the barrel because it's oozing out just a little bit.
Yes, that's nice.
So I need to finish off a less than stellar whiskey again.
Yes,
I've done that with a couple where they're just it's been too young or whatever, and you toss it in there and get some and get. Donald Rand's cool. What did he say cool to? I'm not. Oh, that was probably aimed at Downer Pass.
I was unaware you could own a drink. Apparently, he says that Gosling's.
They trademarked the.
Interesting.
They trademarked the name.
What's the generic name for Dark and Stormy? I guess that's the question. Dark and Stormy. Then again, I doubt anyone's going around and going, "Hey, you can't make this at this bar." In the middle of nowhere. I'm gonna go with no. They don't care. They probably also don't drink Dark and Stormies either.
Larger bars and stuff like that will, large chains.
Sure.
Be careful to stock Dark and Stormy and Gosling's ginger beer to make Dark and Stormies with, just because it makes life easier for them, and they're both easy to find and easy to stock from distributors, so it's not worth fighting. No,
I don't blame them. Pussers, how do you say that word, with painkillers? I don't know. Was unaware of that too.
Pussers rum.
I don't drink that many cocktails to know what the hell goes in them as far as that goes, but interesting.
There aren't differences between. Pull up Donald Rance's comment when it shows up.
All right. See, there aren't differences batches. There aren't different batches of the Leo Bartone. The question is how much time it spends in wine casks. Oh, it's anywhere from 12 to 24 months in pull when Kevin Graham thinks it's ready. Okay, that would make a big difference then.
So you could, if you had a bottle from a year and a half ago and compare it to a brand new one, there might be some degree of difference, but it's probably not going to be too ridiculous.
Right.
Because he's looking for a specific, he's letting it sit in there until it gets the right degree of wine note to it and then pulling it.
Interesting. All right, from Jason Boosie. Not whiskey, but did you see the coffee was sort of worth it? Where they had cold brew coffee aged in a 1 liter barrel for years, and it came in like syrup. I think it was $1,000 a cup. I'm gonna go with no. That does not sound good.
That does not sound good. I'm not too worried about it when the liquid that's in there is in the like 15% alcohol.
Right.
And certainly not when I've got whiskey in there. And I'm at the point now that I don't even worry about my whiskey sitting in there too long to get overly oaked, because that oak has nothing left to give. I've gone through several liters of assorted liquors through there, and also several liters of sherry and the like. So there is nothing left for wood note coming out of that stuff.
Yeah, really.
It's basically just a sponge to soak up some sherry or port or whatever, and then give it back to subpar whiskey to improve it.
Perfect. Yeah. So Floridian says from Wikipedia, Gosling has litigated or threatened litigation over them against Pernod, Proximo, Picards, Infinity. Damn. God, good grief. I guess they really do want to protect the crap out of that.
Well, so here's the thing, is that with trademark law, you have to. If you do not enforce your trademark, you lose your trademark. It's
that makes sense.
Simple. Copyright, you have the option to enforce it or not, as you wish. So if somebody's copying your stuff and you don't care, you can let them. On the flip side, if somebody else is copying your stuff, you can let one person copy your stuff and not another. That is actually an allowable. That is an allowable option for copyright. For trademark, if you want to keep your trademark, you have got to enforce it.
Interesting. Huh. Whatever, I guess.
Yep. You need to wrap it up pretty quick. You seem to be winding down and yawning an awful lot.
No, wine will do that to you. So,
I'll take your word for it.
Well, to do it.
I'm fine with keeping it shorter tonight, but just
I don't care.
On you.
We'll do 20 minutes at most more, and then we'll cut this off.
Cut it off at an hour again?
Yeah, because I got stuff to do. So
exactly. No, I'm not complaining.
Oh God, let's see what else I got sitting around here. Well, there's always fighting cock, because why not? One of the best $15 whiskeys there is.
I'm not sure if I've ever actually had fighting cock.
Well, it's at least worth having, at least trying it. And like I said, if you're going to make something with it,
I've been actively avoiding it. I just haven't gotten to it.
Well, because there's nothing else to possibly drink.
Part of it is I just don't have many bottles that are even in that price range.
Mm,
You know,
I have them.
I've got all this behind me. I don't.
Yeah, just because.
When I go shopping, I'm looking for something different.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, why not? I mean, basically, you already have all the cheap stuff.
Not really.
A long time ago. Not really for you. Never had the cheap stuff.
You know, like standard Jack Daniels, standard Jim Beam, standard Wild Turkey.
Yeah.
None of that.
Interesting. Cornerstone's a good choice from Wild Turkey. It's a nice one. Wow, that's surprising.
Cornerstone.
Yeah, because Jim Beam and Jack Daniels, I mean, I have them. I never drink them, but I have them. They're not for me. That's for sure. They're for other people that go, you have any Jack? Yes, I do. If that's what you're asking for, yes, I do.
Yep. No, it's I think the last time I had any was when I hosted a party at one point because for the same reason. Like, yeah, it's one of those things that people will want. So here, go. Have at it.
Exactly. You can have as much as you want. Because it's like $35 for one thing. I just don't care.
I do actually have one 750 of regular Jim Beam white label, but that was like the 1990-ish bottling that I had that I brought down to the Bastards. I had the 175. I had the handle from like 92, 93, something like that. That I brought down to La Quinta.
Yeah, once again, who knows? There's a lot going on.
I got that down to a certain point. I'm like, okay, let's find another bottle. Here's a recent empty that we're going to rinse out. We're going to fill that with this, and then we're going to finish off the last bit rapidly. And so I've got 750 back there in one of my old Jefferson's Ocean bottles.
And see, Travis still drinks Jack on a regular basis. See, so he does. So that's always good.
There's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you want to drink, go for it, man.
That's right. Oh, 1980s Bushmills. That sounds really good. Yes, I try to carry. I even keep cherry vodka just for my cousin. I bought it one time. I was smearing off cherry vodka, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago, and it's still here. But she's the only person that drinks it. But it's here for her every time she comes over.
There you go.
And you know what?
You're
she
a nice
appreciates having it. So she likes that with cranberry juice, and I'm like, no problem. It's yours. I don't care. And then for Christmas, I think a couple years ago, I'd give her a bottle to take home. And she was thrilled. Hey, that's what you drink. That's what you drink. It's what. And then it's funny because then my cousin, then her husband, he came here and he likes whiskey a little bit, but then he really likes whiskey and he's really into heavily peated. So I gave him some Lefroy for Christmas, and he was very happy.
I can see that.
He's like, yeah, that's all he drinks now is like heavily peated Scotch. It's so funny who will come here and like the worlds have changed completely, and just like, oh, I like whiskey a little bit. Now it's like I like whiskey a lot. I like really heavily peated Scotch, or you like Irish, or things you think you never would like. They're like, oh, this stuff is awesome.
Absolutely.
Or like, oh, Scotch is terrible. Never Scotch is horrible. Like, what have you had? Well, I once tried some blended crap, and I'm like, oh, that's great. And they're like, oh, I've had Chivas once, and then I had what else did they have?
Doers and Johnny Walker.
Even worse, it was
Johnny Walker. What color? Red.
Yeah, that one. Or they've had like.
Okay, no wonder you don't like Scotch at all.
Yeah, exactly. They've had a Bowman's or Highland Mist. I mean, just garbage. They're like, well, that's why you don't like it. There's a good reason you don't like it.
But I will say that I had a problem with Scotch for a long time.
Okay.
And that was, even trying good stuff.
Interesting.
Where, I had even tried a flight where it was Old Pulteney 12, and I think Glenlivet and Glenfiddich 12.
Okay.
And all three of them just massively. I couldn't handle them. To me, it almost seemed like it was smoky and which I know better now.
There's a little bit of peat in there. Not
really.
I mean, it's like 2, but it's there.
Yeah, It's like less than Bunahaven.
Yeah, it's less than Bunahaven. It's 2.
But what I've figured out is that it's almost certainly the malt. That some people just do not like malt.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Like, people that don't like Monkey Shoulder, it's because of the malt. They do not like malt. I found people they don't like the sherry. They don't like sherry finish because they don't like the mustiness of the sherry, which I found that was funny. I did a tasting a couple of weeks ago for one of our friends that are opening a bar, and I was here training his staff, and we found out that some of the girls that worked there hated sherry, but they love peat. So Octomore was their favorite of the whole night, but anything with like Glendronach told like, oh hell no, this is horrible, which was really interesting to find that, which was not what I expected at all.
Now, one of my friends, he's kind of the same way I was with Scotch, and I even tried him with a Glenfiddich 14.
It's just a very good one.
So no real amount of peat. No sherry because it's
right. It's bourbon barrel,
pure bourbon, and it was too peaty smoky for him.
Really?
Tells me that it isn't peat in smoke. It's that our brains think it is, but it's the malt.
It's the malt, yeah. Yes, is that the one that's the orange sherry cast finish? I think if that's the one, because I think it's a little bit quite different spine than that. But yes, Charles, if that's what you're talking, then yes, it's very good. We reviewed that one probably a little over a year ago. That with the Madeira cask. If you want to see what we thought about it, you can go back and watch that review. But yes, it's very good if you can find a bottle of it. Oh, I love this one from Donner Pass. That when we reviewed that Bretson apple corn a while back, it was a flashback to me. Discovered it when I was in the military in the 80s. Good with German. Well, that's where our original bottles all came from, was Germany. My dad, was in the Air Force, so he'd bring them back from Germany, and then we went to Germany as kids too, and we found out there's lots of flavors of that stuff, which is awesome. Not just apple corn that we had. It's funny. I was at my dad's house for Thanksgiving. He still has a bottle from the 80s that's that's in the original one, which is pretty cool. So I think the stuff that he brought from Germany is way better than stuff we get here in the U.S., unfortunately. So it is what it is. But
for brands like that, that's not unusual.
No, it's not unusual. No, so you guys like the Monkey Shoulder. That's good. Always a good thing to like the Monkey Shoulder. It's a good choice.
Good choice. I like it.
I like it in old fashions.
That's what I had it on the shelf in a while, but I like it.
Yeah, it's just for old fashions. I don't really drink it otherwise. I like that it cuts down on the sweetness of the bourbon in an old fashioned. It's too sweet for me with bourbon.
Interesting.
I also don't think there's enough flavor that comes through for me with bourbon. It's too, I don't know. It's not thick enough for me. It's most of the bourbons that they use are usually cheap and crap. Just at restaurants, they're just not good.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's just too damn thin. And I need something that's got that heavy, thick base that Monkey Shoulder has that stands up to the liqueurs in it. And so it's just really nice that way.
Okay.
Because I use triple sec and Luxardo liqueur on top of that with the simple syrup. So it's a big thing of alcohol. It's delicious.
I tend to go more Manhattans than I do old fashions.
Yeah, I haven't made a Manhattan in a long time. I like them. I just don't. Of course, then again, I almost never make a drink. It's always just whiskey. Or if it's not whiskey, it's wine or it's beer. It's
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just generally too lazy to make a cocktail in general. It seems like a lot of effort. The only thing it's going to be if there's multiple whiskeys in one glass to make a blend. That's generally the extent of my cocktail. But I mean, I can make lots of awesome cocktails. I just don't care.
Yeah. I tend not to drink a lot of cocktails either anymore.
Yeah, there's too much sugar in the damn things, and that's my problem. Too much damn sugar.
Although that's why I like a Manhattan.
Yeah, exactly.
You go rye and vermouth and a Luxardo cherry, and you're done.
Yes, it makes it very easy.
Maybe you hit it with an orange zest, a lemon or orange zest, orange preferably. But
there you go. Let's see, whiskey smashes and hot toddies. Jack and Coke, not a surprise. Whiskey smash. What the hell's in a whiskey smash? I don't know what that is.
I've heard of it. But I don't remember what the.
Travis, what's in that? Because I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's Ardmore Legacy. Yes, that is definitely a good intro, especially a little bit peat and Ardmore, because Ardmore is peat. It is nice. That's 45% of teachers invented with Ardmore, which is a good one. I do like teachers a lot. Where's my teacher? Oh, there's teachers. There, teachers. Another good cheap whiskey, like $18.
Island cream.
It is. What's the funniest part is teacher's Highland. There's zero cream in this whiskey.
Yeah, but then again, here's the thing: is that
it's old because it's old. That's what it's always been called.
Yep,
It was creamy.
same thing for cream sherry.
Yeah,
There's nothing vaguely resembling cream in there. It's just a blend of Oloroso with a little bit of PX to sweeten it up a touch.
Yeah, that's true. I think any of those, like cream de mana, creme de menthe, any of those. No cream in any of those.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like all those. I have them all. I have my original bottles I bought once. I've never had to rebuy them. I mean, those are from my, probably within the first couple months of turning 21. I bought all of those. I still have all those bottles.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I remember even looking at my grandparents' cabinet. I mean, the newest bottle of cream de menthe is from the 70s. So it's still got tax stamps and shit on it. It's hilarious. Hey, Eric W., how's it going? So you just never know.
Well, cream ale is actually a style.
Oh, cream ale? Yeah, that I've had. I do like cream ale. Just see if you get Ginny Ice out of Buffalo. That's really good. I do like that. Blended Scotch with ginger ale. That's probably pretty good. I don't think I've ever had that actually. Simple. Okay, so it's simple syrup, mint, bourbon or rye, and a lemon juice make up a whiskey smash.
Okay,
It's probably good.
So
seems like effort though.
Lemon juice. I was thinking about, okay, and what's the difference between a whiskey smash and a
Mint julep at that point.
julep? Thank you.
Yeah.
And the answer is that it's lemon juice instead of soda.
Right. Kilkenny. I've had Kilkenny. Kilkenny is good. Have I ever had that?
Kilkenny Irish Cream Ale.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I've had that one or not.
Good stuff. It is good stuff.
Oh, well, thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Eric. We do appreciate it. Thank you.
Now I'm waiting for Violet to come running.
Oh, she's sleeping. She didn't feel good today. I don't know. She ate some pizza at the winery, and then she said she didn't feel good. When we went home, she went to bed. So I don't know. Hopefully she's all right. Hopefully she's not sick. Because it's not fun having a sick child at home, that's for sure.
I can see that.
Taylor starts as I push the boat out for Christmas and add an ice cube. It's just a wild. Huh. All right. So Travis says, I found whiskey smashes on the East Coast where I learned they were made best with rye. Sagamore makes a damn good whiskey smash. Oh, interesting. I have not heard of that. We might try out that one of these days. I don't know. We got some emails from some collaborations that we've got to talk to some people that I forget the name of the website, but yeah, we're in talks with them to do some stuff, and there's some interesting developments that are coming in the background that are working on as well. So this should all be fun when it can become public.
Yep.
There's a lot of crap going on, which is good. There's just a lot going on.
Definitely.
Plus, it's filled January out, except for I think one date now. I think we got the 11th. I think is the only date open still. So that's good.
Well, yeah, definitely.
So we'll figure that out. I haven't figured out who yet, but we'll get it done. We always do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's going to be a lot of whiskey tomorrow with all those doers. Plus, Aberfeldy background and Royal Baracula background. So they want to focus on those as well. So it's going to be a lot of whiskey tomorrow. It's going to be so. That's the question too for tomorrow is, do we go live for 10 or 15 minutes, really early in the night for the Advent
calendar, or do you just roll it into Tuesday? Or
I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out. You know what? Tomorrow. There
you go.
Because I don't know. It's one of those things. But hey, whatever works. This is the good stuff. But Outlander was good last night, so that was fun to watch till, I don't know, midnight. Where the hell we finished watching Outlander. We finished season 4 and started season 5.
There you go.
We got that going for us. So, it's what's funny though. What I like about that show, just from a whiskey perspective, is they're Scots, and so now they're in America, and they're talking about all this shit here, and they're like, "This rum, it's tasted terrible. It's hard to get good whiskey in this country. It's pretty funny. But yeah, they got their own still set up and stuff now to make whiskey. It's pretty good. And they're like, oh, it's horrible. It's like it's got to age longer. I don't know. For entertainment from a very nerdy standpoint, but I found it very amusing. So
Rum doesn't taste very good. They don't have good whiskey here.
yes, especially back because this is like 1770.
Nobody had good whiskey in the 1770s.
Oh, exactly. But whatever. Who knows? It's just funny. But they have the little barrels to age it. So
I mean, yes, whiskey was a thing.
Oh, right. But
That
not
goes
what
back
it is
to-
today.
That goes back to the 1400s or whatever. But
Yeah.
nobody had good whiskey in the 1770s.
No. It was like, well, it might not kill you is the best option.
Yep.
Probably about it. You're on at midnight, I'll be home from work again. Or tomorrow night. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you are correct, Ashley. Exactly. Oh, it's too funny. All right. New Age, the Buna. I missed something here. Where is it? No, I guess I'm okay there. Yes, now that's true. That rye was definitely predominant ingredient because yes, you're right. Rye was very, very prominent Northeast. Absolutely, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good show. It's it's a hard R or whatever you call it, TVMA, whatever the hell you want to call it. There's a lot of fucked up shit in that show. That is pretty disturbing, to be real honest with you. It is a good show, but it's got some really seriously messed up shit going on in it.
Definitely.
So if you're not prepared for something like that, I would not recommend it. But if you're okay with really jacked up shit, then you'll be great. You don't have to like it, but it's not going to make you squeamish, I guess, would be the best term.
Yeah, I can see that.
So it's kind of like Spartacus or something, back in the day. Also, excellent show, but also very out there as far as the gore factor and nudity factors that were in it. So quite a bit of both. But, both stars products, so not a surprise.
What a shock.
I don't know.
Blue Crab and Drunk on Whiskey Smashes. That could be an interesting night.
Yeah. Oh. Blue Crab and Drunk on Whiskey. Wow. Yeah, I bet you can. I bet that's true.
I am pretty sure that's a thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. Nothing on Gilmore Girls. Don't know. Never watched Gilmore Girls. Couldn't tell you. I know what it is. That's about it. I know that the chick that's from Bad Santa, that her name, I don't remember her name. I always call her Fuck Me Santa. That's all I know. That's that chick. It's all I remember her name as. I don't remember what the chick's real name is.
Okay, then.
Oh, God, because it's so funny. Bad Santa, great movie.
Somehow I don't think Gilmore Girls quite fits into the same category as...
No, it does not. Absolutely.
Given that was a series that my mother watched quite a bit.
I'm going to go with no, not.
I'm going with no.
Pretty sure that was a real different role for that actress, which, like I said, I can't remember her name. But that chick, I don't know. Doesn't really matter, but... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was quite a different thing being on, was it WB, I think? Something like that. It was on a regular channel. It was not a cable channel. It was not even cable. It was already just regular TV. So, Doers, yes, tomorrow. Tomorrow's, I know we'll have, for Doers, we've got the White Label, the 8-year Caribbean, the 8-year Mezcal, the 12-year, 15-year, 18-year, 21-year, 27, 32, the signature, and the 25-year Royal Broccola finish. And then probably going to have Everfeldy 12, 16, 21, and Royal Broccola, I think 12, 16, 21. There's going to be a lot.
I will say that I'm looking forward to getting a certain bottle from Crowded Barrel. That isn't Royal Broccola.
Yes.
This
is true.
That I really want to test that against my bottle of actual Royal Broccola.
I'll have to test that out. Just not on the stream tomorrow.
No. What?
They would be displeased.
Are those bottles available? I don't remember. Are those bottles actually available? If you get down there.
Yeah,
Oh,
if you
yeah, because we bought them
for the
months-
still.
Yep.
Yeah, the Royal Bastard, exactly.
Yep.
I have not seen Trailer Park Boys, so I don't know anything about Trailer Park Boys. I know it's on Netflix, I think. I don't know. Never seen it.
I hear Discord beeping at you.
Yes, you do.
I recognize that beep. I have it turned off on every Discord platform I ever set up because it would drive me completely and utterly batty otherwise.
And you know, I usually do have it turned off on my phone, but I guess it's not turned off on here. So here, I'm actually going to kill it so it stops making noise.
Oh,
there we go.
Oh, if I left it on with all of the Discords that I'm in,
Oh my gosh,
my speakers would never shut up.
Oh, I know. My wife's like, why does your phone like constantly beep? I'm like, that's why I just turn it off, dear. So it's on mute all the time because it's so annoying.
You can, yeah. I mean, I just go into the app and turn off the notification for messages. Just you don't.
I like the notifications. I just don't like the
sound. Is if I'm on chat with like actual voice chat and somebody joins the channel, I hear it beep. Then I'm okay with that. So outside of that, I'm in more Discords than I actually keep track of, but I kind of check in on a few of them every now and then.
Right, exactly. I'm sure you're in a lot more than I'm in. I'm probably in, I don't know, like 8, something like that. I'm sure that's a small fraction of what you're in. 30 something. Wow.
Yeah, but several of them are for other YouTube channels that I'm in Patreon for.
Okay.
For other topics, video games especially.
Sure. Makes sense.
Yep. Oh, I don't mute all the channels, Dustin. I mute the application.
You mute all channels, Dustin. That also works.
Oh, you can actually go in and mute you can actually mute by server. And just never have even anything light up for new messages, other than if you're a direct ping. But I just go into the application, and there's a note in the notification settings in the application, either on the phone, on the browser, or the program running on the computer. There's an option under notifications to turn audio notifications off, just entirely.
Exactly. It's a good choice.
And I always do.
Yes, direct is always good. If it's not direct, most of the time it's just whatever's going on in the chat. It switches a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, depending what the topic is for the day or what's going on that day.
Mm-hmm.
Or I mean, like group text messages. Oh my gosh! Sometimes on your phone, like there are 268 messages. What the hell just happened?
I don't think I've ever had that many I don't think I've ever had that big of a flood of messages from a group text. I think about 10's the biggest flood I've ever gotten hit with.
Oh no, it's multiple hundreds. It's insanity.
Wow. Yeah. That's too many bodies in a group text message.
No, that's only 4 other people.
For how long?
Yo, sometimes this text thing's been going on for like 2 years. This group. But yeah, when we talk, it's a whiskey group, and when we start talking, sometimes, it just goes on and on and on. It's pretty funny, depending what the topic is.
Usually for stuff like
or how much drinking is going on.
Usually for stuff like that, the only time I really use group texts is either planning for or during a group trip.
Yeah.
Where people are traveling separately or whatever, or staying at a different hotel or whatever. Yeah. And just kind of, you have the group text with the 15 of you, coordinating what time you're meeting at what bar before the game and whatever.
Right.
And yeah, it's just and then what happens is, even if it's all the same people, there's a new message that gets started on the next trip. Yes. So the whole thread is only a couple hundred long, and that's over like a 2-month span where it was getting everything planned out ahead of time, the trip, and then the string of 5 or 10 at the end with the hope everybody got home safe, all right. Well, here's that picture that I took of everybody, the night before last at the bar.
Yeah, this would be like in a string of 2 hours. It is insane and entertaining at the same time. Sometimes I read them all, so I'm like, get it. And sometimes one of the guys' groups, like, when we've had one of those, he's like, just someone give me a fucking synopsis. I'm not reading 260 messages. This is just stupid. It's like, okay. It just depends what's going on for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Or how much people have been drinking. Especially once people have been drinking, then it gets real interesting. But it's always fun.
Sure it does.
100 inappropriate memes. Oh, that's always a great time, Taylor. That sounds wonderful. Who doesn't want that in your photo gallery? That's pretty funny, though. Ooh, an HP 21.
Life is great.
That is fantastic, Dustin. Ah, yes. That is very good. I don't think I've ever had. Have I had an HP 21? I have a Scotch that's an HP 21, but not an actual bottling from them.
Okay.
That's cool, though. I think I've seen them, but they were the newer ones that I know Dustin said don't buy those. They were not worth buying, so I assume he was an older one based on what he likes. So who knows? But it's all good. And that's good though. Hey, we're up to 27. All right. Which, to be honest, considering the fact that we're competing with his Bourbon Night, is actually pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when all things considered. Hello, Adriana. How's it going? Might it be hard to think Harry Potter before Highland Park? There's a distinct possibility. But for us in our circle, I never think about Harry Potter. I did not participate in Harry Potter, so I don't know anything about him. I know he exists. That's the extent of my knowledge of Harry Potter. Some guy with glasses.
Hogwarts. I know
Yeah,
that.
I do know that. That part I know.
I know some of the names.
That's the extent of my knowledge of pretty much
pretty much it.
I'm like, I don't know. There are books, there's some movies, sure. Was not my thing. I had other things to look at. So, whatever. But hey, whatever works for you. It's all good. Only more than 100 more than UK price. I assume that's good. I don't know. It's really PD versus the
ADHD whiskey. Congratulations, Matt. I don't know if I've if I've bumped into you on anything since the announcement. Good job.
Hey Matt, how's it going? Yeah, actually we did line up with Matt on January 18th. He's going to be on, so we're doing whiskey and action movies, probably the 80s. It should be a lot of fun.
Ooh, that's an interesting night.
It could be a fun night for sure. So
normally I do D&D on Monday nights. I may have to reschedule to make sure I'm there for the whole thing.
It could be very entertaining.
I frequently miss the beginning of your streams as we're wrapping stuff up.
It's all good.
At the end of our game, but something like that, I may have to get that one lined up ahead of time. It's like, no, I have a hard stop at 8:30 Central. We can skip the night if you want, or just have a really short session.
There you go. I guess Matt does not know about Harry Potter either, so that makes two of us. Hey, Swami, how's it going? We like our bourbon challenge a little more low rent, low brow. That's nice to stars. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, the Old 15. That's a really good choice.
I suppose we did start off the night with bourbon, didn't we?
We did. We started out with the Buffalo Trace store pick, which was our Advent number 6. So it was nice. It's a good one. Do like that. Yeah, you found an Old 15. That's a good one. You want Old HP with citrus and no sweetness, but heavy peat HP 21 as it is. I have to find HP 21 then. That'll be the hard part.
Dustin's comment.
I don't want to see any Manny's Harry Pot or whatever. If that's a reference, I missed it.
Yeah. Now you understand why I was laughing. I just got around to reading it before you did.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, I was like, I don't know. I don't know anything about that stuff. Now, Will and Sarah, they know all about it. I do not. But that's okay. They can answer those questions if they want to, whenever they have a stream about that.
Sure.
It's one of those ones I'm going, well, if you need a stream when I'm not around, that's probably a good time to have one.
Yep.
Because I am of no value on that stream. Going, Meh. I drink whiskey.
80s action movies.
Yes.
Are you going to sort of allow in the Expendables?
Well, that they're not in the 80s. I mean, it's all 80s actors.
That's what I'm
Great
getting.
movie.
It's, you got Schwarzenegger and Stallone and Norris, and you got some guys from the 2000s though too. So
Yeah, you do.
You got this broad spectrum.
Yeah, you got Jet Li's in there. I guess Jason Statham's the youngest when they started. I think he was only like 35 when that series started.
Yep, he's about that. Well, that's exactly it, Dustin. Is that it is absolutely a parody.
Oh, of course.
Of 80s action movies. That's exactly what the series is. If you go into it knowing that that's what it is, you are gonna be entertained because they did a perfect job of dealing with that way.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I don't know. Predator might have some words with you there, Swami.
Yeah, I like Predator. I mean, I like all that stuff. I mean, obviously they're all in it. It's all good. You got Schwarzenegger and Bruce Willis. They do their little parts. They're not major characters in it, but that's all good.
Mm-hmm.
That could be like its own night on its own. Just talk about all three expendable movie.
I just love that Chuck Norris shows up and delivers the perfect Chuck. It delivers the Chuck Norris joke.
Right.
He did it perfectly. It's like,
no, that's so funny. Yeah, Chuck Norris. And you got those good old MIA movies. Those are great. So entertaining. I mean, I think Slaughter in San Francisco is before that. I think that's like 78. But that Slaughter in San Francisco.
Don't know that one.
Old school B movie of Chuck Norris. Of course, over to Top Gun 2. Unfortunately, it was to come out this year, but we all know why that didn't happen. Sometime next year now. Got to wait for freaking Top Gun 2. It's ridiculous. Die Hard and Braveheart are your favorite movies. Those are good choices. I do like both of those a lot. Pretty sure both.
China. That's
a good
choice.
Yep, Kurt Russell, always a good guy. Of course, I really liked. I guess at the time it was Escape from New York from the '80s. Escape from LA is from the '90s, '97. Snake Plissken.
Escape from LA that late?
Yeah, it was like 97, 95, somewhere in there. Yeah, it was later. It was a lot later. The Escape from New York thing's 81.
So, no, Escape from New York was early. I was just thinking that Escape from LA was late 80s, but
yeah, no, it was later. It was then. I mean, you got so many movies. We got Roadhouse, also a great choice. Anything with what the hell's his name? You got anything with Sam Elliott from then is going to be good. I think the Patrick Swayze. It's going to be a long list, and I think a lot of drinking.
Donald makes a reasonable point there too.
Yeah, there you If you want a great laugh, A View to Kill with a 58-year-old Roger Moore as James Bond could be viewed as a parody. A valid point. That's just true. Valid point. Escape from New York at the drive-in was epic. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. Spaceballs. Not really. I mean, I call that more sci-fi. I mean, I realize it's a spoof on Star Wars, but I wouldn't call that an action movie per se. Great movie.
Comedy. It's a fun comedy. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna go, Bloodsport, great '80s movie, and Jean-Claude Van Damme definitely fits the thing. We're gonna definitely have to talk about him. Who the fuck else? There's so many of them though. Kickboxer, always a great movie. All that good stuff. There's just tons and tons of them. Beverly Hills Cop will obviously be coming up because even though it's funny, it's also an action movie, and it's a great action movie.
Mm-hmm.
The first two are really great. The third one's okay. It's not as good as the first two. I still think the second one's my favorite, though, of all time.
Yeah, probably.
It's still funny.
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon, great. Mel Gibson, awesome. Danny Glover. So, I think the second one with Joe Pesci is my favorite too. I think when they go to especially when they go to the fast food place and he flips the hell out because it's still true to this day that they will fuck up your order every time. It never fails. It is unbelievable.
So in terms of the fast food restaurant fucking you over, Falling Down.
I've never seen that. Who's in that?
Michael Douglas.
I don't think I've ever seen
Michael Douglas. I have to look it up. I think it's Michael Douglas. basically think the whole he shows up at essentially it's supposed to be McDonald's, and he's in line to order breakfast.
Yeah.
And as he gets up to the counter, the clock ticks over to 11 a.m. or whatever, and they refuse to make him breakfast.
Right.
So he pulls out his sawed off, no stock, double barrel shotgun out of his little bag, pays for the meal. He does not steal the meal. He does not rob the place. He just pulls out the shotgun and threatens to shoot him if they don't make him a fucking breakfast.
Wow. That's amazing. That's awesome. I mean, I have to find this movie.
He pays. He's not trying to get the meal. He wants to buy his McMuffin and hash brown.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like I said, I don't think it was actually McDonald's.
Right. I mean,
because back at the time, McDonald's did not do 24-hour breakfast. Hey, Eric.
Hello, Eric. Yeah, it's kind of like what the hell was his name?
Police Story.
Never seen that one. Seen Police Academy.
Wait a minute, that action movie.
Yeah, I don't know that one. I don't know Police Story.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you got McDowell's, with Coming to America. Now, granted, that's a comedy, not a action movie, but still very funny from the 80s. It's always good. Marked for Death. Steven Seagal kills 200 guys without getting punched. Steven Seagal. It's another guy you just forget about because he's such a weirdo in real life.
Yeah, and getting worse every time you hear anything.
Yeah, it just seems like he gets weirder and weirder every time he comes up to the news. It's like, oh, all right, dude. Oh, we've not covered Terminator, but that will definitely be coming up. That definitely fits the genre.
Death Wish would fit in. Terminator.
Yeah,
Terminator definitely. Terminator 2, although it misses the 80s by a couple of years.
Yeah, this is true, but still, we'll give it an 80s movie.
We're gonna give that one a pass. Aliens.
Yes, Aliens definitely in there.
Alien is late 70s, but it's really more of a horror film instead of an action film.
Right, exactly. That's true. But yeah, so we'll have a whole slew of all those fun things. I'll pull all the DVDs out. That's a lot.
Very long list so far, Eric. Don't even try. This has been the movie chat's been going for far too long already. Not that I'm complaining. I'm just saying that it's been going far too long to try to come up with a list of everything that's going to get covered.
It's going to be a lot. It'll be entertaining. You think about this. Guys like us, remember that Travis wasn't even fucking born. Think about that. That predates that. You think about that. He was born in the 90s, late 90s.
Still before my time, and when you say before your time, you really mean before your time.
He really means it. Like, it came out when we were children. Like, we didn't get to watch it at that point because we were too little. But you watch it. You say that. Okay, what we did is we watched the edited version on like the TBS Saturday. And what's funny as an adult is going back and getting these all on DVD. And they're like, I remember half this shit. These scenes were not like this in the edited version. It's like, it's a little bit more interesting now.
Hey, Brandon. So, what did you go over? We went over today's the Buffalo Trace store pick in the Advent calendar, and after that, it's just been basically BSing and sipping other stuff. I did Cedar Ridge Quintessential and some Asila.
Yeah, I did Fighting Cock and Teachers and some Rare Breed Rye. And some Mcqueens. Small amounts of all of them. Hello, Brandon Knight. How's it going?
Hey, Brazzers. And Nick.
I'm Brazos. How's it going? You were born in 97. God bless. 81. Oh, my gosh. That's so funny.
Even you're too damn young.
97. Good Lord. That's ridiculous. He's got to be one of the youngest guys in our audience, I'd imagine. Game over, man.
He's got to be bumping up against it.
Yeah. Casino.
Exactly, Brazzer.
Yeah, they don't even. I doubt he even knows what that's from.
Game over.
Oh God.
Nuke the site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
Think about it. So I guess it's more of a comedy. Is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure still a great movie? But I say it's more of a comedy than an action.
Very much
It's not an action
comedy
film.
than anything.
But I mean, we can do that a different night. 80s comedies movies will also be entertaining. That'll be a different night.
And that still leaves you as being a youngster, Donald.
Yeah, this is true.
Donald was saying he was still in high school. I'm like, oh, dude, I was gone from high school and working full time before '97 came around.
Oh no, I was still in high school in '97. I think I graduated 2000. So, wow.
Okay, so Donner's got me beat.
Kennedy was still the president. Yeah, wow. But that's great. What's kind of great in this community in general is that the age is really irrelevant.
Pretty much.
Like I know we have guys that we have our in-house events. We have guys in their early 20s and guys that have been in their 80s come to stuff here, and they all have a good time. So it's a hell of a swath of age groups, but it's always extremely entertaining. Especially when you have the old guys talk about the old whiskey is really entertaining too, to see what they think of stuff that today compared to back in the day when they actually can compare it.
Okay, yeah.
From having it then, not just comparing it now. Oh, William Devilar, how's it going? Older drink, old to pay taxes, old to get older. Yes. Oh, very nice. Oh, yeah, 56 is a much better price, Eric. Yeah, 87, that's crazy high.
87 for a regular
Hey,
single malt is kind of not good. 56 is about right.
Yeah, that's about the right price. Like 62 is about max.
Yeah,
it's not 80. It's good. It's not $87. Good.
87 is a little salty on that one. I think I like Balcones, but I'd be taking a hard pass on that.
Yeah, the Warriors, I believe, was 81. I believe. Great movie though. Love the Warriors. I remember seeing it for the first time. I was probably, I don't know, maybe 14, 15. My uncle has a huge library of movies down in his basement up in Pennsylvania. So every year we go to Thanksgiving up there, and we go to my grandparents we rent a bar, and for the family we go to this big bar, and there's 50 something of us. Is great. But before the first few days, we'd hang out at my uncle's house, and he'd show us all these movies that. It's how we saw a lot of these 80s movies in the first place. He's like, here's all these great movies you have to watch while you're here. So he's interested us to do like Terminator, Total Recall. But the Warriors is one of them. And it's funny so his kids are a little bit older than me. They're probably 10 years older than I am. And they would charge their friends to come over and watch the Warriors because they had a tape of it in the 80s. I'm like, that is awesome. They would charge their friends like $1 to come watch it. I'm like, you're the greatest kids ever. It's fucking hilarious. It was 79 when the Warriors came out. Okay. I don't know. It was a great movie, though. But yeah, if you've never seen The Warriors, that is something to definitely see. Untouchables, definitely a great one.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Action, per se, but it is a good movie, though, no matter what.
Yep.
Anything with Sean Connery is pretty much a good movie, though.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he also died, which sucks.
Yeah.
Saw it when you were in high school. Oh, okay. Well, that's awesome. You saw The Warriors in high school? Very nice. So, yes, that predates me even. Something in marinara sauce packet my carpet. Ooh, that's gonna be that's gonna be bad. I hope your carpet's not white, because that's gonna be bad.
That is gonna be messy.
Oh, Mad Max. Oh yeah, Beyond the Thunderdome. That movie was something. That's definitely a different movie for sure. I do like Mad Max. It's interesting. Yes, dear. Yeah, why? You already watch Outlander?
Why don't you fill her head?
Well, I need to check the child. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay. So, I guess, well, I was actually going to say that he should probably just wrap it up at this point, but, hey, it's his stream. So, let's see. Guess in the morning I buy more carpet cleaner. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea there, Dustin. Make sure lots of water. Get as much out as you can. And So Will must still be in here someplace, because otherwise there's no way that comment shows up. Hi, Will. In case somebody missed, I think Will's lingering in the background just watching. SMWS, yeah, I'm on the back end. He can solve serious problems if they happen to come up. Yay! So... We need to wind it down here, or
We're okay for a few more minutes. Then I got to go finish the laundry.
yeah.
All that good stuff, because you need clothes for work and shit tomorrow. At least my kids need school clothes, so that would be good.
So
Ooh, yeah, that your carpet is probably screwed.
yeah, he
Like,
was talking about getting, all of a sudden, Ashley popped up with better get some boiling water, and it popped up as a comment on StreamYard, and I'm like, oh, Will's still logged in, isn't he?
Oh, that's funny.
Like, background.
I have not seen that name. Well, welcome in. Isla de Taste Whiskey. I heard Yellowstone is good, but I've not seen the show Yellowstone. I do hear good things. I need you to finish so I can get things for tomorrow.
We need you to finish so you can, we should probably wrap this up and give you a couple minutes with Will. Yeah.
Sounds good. I have no idea what he needs to do in here, but okay. Oh, he probably needs to add some stuff to the pictures for the doers, be my guess. So yes.
I can see that.
Yes, that will be fun. But yeah, we can get off here. Give us 5 minutes, we'll get off. And then we'll be done. It's like I said, stuff to do anyway. Yeah, well, he's got the kid. Mike, Violet's asleep and Belle's doing whatever in her room. So it's actually quiet here, which, yes, laundry is oh so fun, the joyous thing ever. If clothes could only wash themselves, it'd be amazing. But, they don't. Thanks you for the beautiful picture, Will. We're so glad you told us that.
Travis's response.
Hey, well, Ed doesn't like to wear clothes on shows either, so someone has to do it. This is true.
And you see what's happening to him this month.
Good point.
Erica is making her displeasure with him known.
Well, yeah, that's Ed's problem, not mine. So
Yeah.
What? Boo, we have whiskey and trouble when we discuss this is outrageous. Don't worry. In 3 weeks, we'll have all sorts of it.
This stream was really just supposed to be the whiskey advent calendar for the night. So the rest of this is all just bonus time, man.
That's right. It's just, like we said, if you guys are here for the advent calendar, watch the first 5 to 10 minutes, and then we bullshit the rest of it.
Uh-oh. We missed an Arnold movie. Now to see what we missed.
All right, what did we miss? Which Arnold Schwarzenegger movie did we fail to mention? I'd like to know. Commando, maybe? Because it is a good movie. Did watch that actually the other day.
Remember when I said I'd kill you last?
Do what? I love it when he tells him, "Don't disturb my friend. He's dead tired."
Yep.
It's so great.
Oh, Conan. Oh,
I forgot about Conan the Barbarian. Yeah. It's true. That's a good one.
We did Predator, but
Predator. Yeah, I forgot about it. Last Action Hero.
It's a month of Buffalo Trace. Even when it's not Buffalo Trace, it's Buffalo Trace in his advent calendar.
That's right.
It was very peaty yesterday. Very much not bourbon, but the bottle was Buffalo Trace because Erica is getting it back.
Last Action Hero. I think that was 90s, wasn't it? Wasn't that like early 90s?
Mid-90s, I think.
Oh, Running Man. I do agree. Running Man is a great movie. Forgot about Running Man.
Yep.
Great Schwarzenegger movie. Yeah, I do like that one a lot. Obviously, of course, we haven't talked about Rambo or Rocky. Of course, Rocky's not technically an action film, but great movie either way.
Yeah.
But Rambo, sure as hell, is still one of the greatest. I still like all the Rambos. I don't give a shit whether people like it or not. I love Rambo, and I have all of them on Blu-ray because they're great. I just bought the new one, the what's it called? The Last Rambo with the Last Blood. That's what it's called, where he takes on the drug cartel.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it.
Entertaining. Hey, I look at my wife into the theater to see it because, because only 2 Rambos that came out that since I was an adult to see in the theater was that one and Rambo, just the regular Rambo with was Rambo 5? Was it 5 or 6? Fuck, I don't know. There's a lot of them.
Lose track.
I don't know. It's like you get. Yeah, I think is there 5 or 6 now? I think there's. I don't know. Whatever the one was, they went to Burma. Whatever that one was called. I don't know. Either way, it was good.
Any special bottles you to open? Now, do you mean like new bottles that aren't already open, or special bottles that are already open that don't get poured very often that will be poured?
I don't know yet. I haven't decided.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll have something that doesn't get like a Dark Cove or something. Dark Cove, Black Art, that kind of stuff will probably get poured over
I'm
the
sure something really good will pour.
Christmas, New Year's time frame, but I don't know that I necessarily have any unopened bottles that will get opened.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I don't know. Let's see, what does Will want to know? Will's texted me. Let's see what Will needs. Good question. I do have my phone on, but I was not looking at it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he just wants to know how he can upload the photos. Yes. Okay. So, yeah. Yes, we will wrap it up. That is not going to help me go to bed buzz drunk every night for the next several weeks. You know what it's called? Do it more often because then it won't affect you as much. I like this plan the best. It means you need more practice.
Take a couple of days to catch up. Don't try to.
Yeah, choose to not try to catch up on 7 tomorrow. It seems like a bad choice. Seems like a lot.
Yep.
You leave that to the professionals.
3 or 4 tomorrow, and then another 2 or 3 on Tuesday, and another 2 or 3 on Wednesday, and you're caught up.
Exactly.
And if you only pour like half of the little sample bottle, that's like one good solid 2-ounce pour is all you've had, and you should be fine.
Exactly. Oh yeah. So that'll be back to that. But yeah, I know Will wants to get on here and do that, so we don't want to disturb him from doing that. So like I said, I don't know what tomorrow time's going to be super early or after the stream. Not sure which one yet. Starship Troopers did hold up good, but that's still like late 90s. Still a great movie, either way. But yes. Anyway, so thanks everybody for joining. This is Steve. Appreciate you having me coming on, and then we'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.
Bye.